So I'm super excited about this video, and well, you know I'm excited about all of my videos, but this is the first video I have for Halloween season, kind of, or just if you want to cosplay, that's totally fine. But I thought since Halloween was coming up, it would be a good time to make this costume. I've been wanting to make it for a while. I know Halloween's still like about a month away, but I thought I'd go ahead and get this up because a lot of people start planning their costumes early and want to start making them. And this one's a little bit more difficult than some of my usual tutorials, so you might take a little more time. So yeah, but I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys like it too. Let's get into the tutorial.
Alright, so I begin by making a pattern for the top. You're going to divide your bust by 4, your waist by 4, and your hips by 4. Then mark on your paper. Then mark the length you want the front of the top to be. Next, you're going to measure the width of your bust and then from your waist to your hips, just to get all the measurements in the right places, and connect the dots. And I slope down slightly in the front just to give it that little pointed structure-y look. And so then I just took a t-shirt and folded in the sleeves to get an idea of where the armholes should be. I drew straight across, and then I drew a sweetheart neckline, which we folded in for one of the times we cut. So just go ahead and put this piece on a folded piece of lavender fabric. And you're going to put the straight part on the fold. And then just go ahead and cut it out. And this will be the back piece, and it should be all one piece. Then unpin, and then you're going to use the pattern again, fold in the sweetheart neckline, and you're going to cut it not on the fold, so there'll be 2 pieces for the front. So there's one for the back piece, and 2 for the front piece, and you're going to put the 2 for the front right sides together with the 1 for the back, if that makes any sense. This is a little confusing, but if you just watch, you can kind of put it together. Now you're just going to sew up the side seams and across the top of the arms. And repeat all these steps for a lining if you so choose to. But it just made it a little more structured for me. So you're going to pin it all together, leaving a small gap, and sew it all right sides together, all the way around the outside. Then, once you've done that, you're just going to flip it all out through the little hole you made earlier, or you left, and just flip the entire thing inside out. And be sure to turn all the little corners and everything. And you can iron that flat and tuck in the fabric in the little gap you made. And before I top stitched, I put some lace and I pinned it onto the top and bottom edges. So just pin the lace on the bottom and then top stitch over it, and you'll want to top stitch up the 2 front pieces as well. So you want lace on the bottom, lace on the top, and then no lace on the 2 front pieces. So this is how it should look, and just top stitch all the way around. Now next is another bit of a hard part, is we're going to put the eyelets in the front of the top. So you can just get an eyelet kit from Joann's or Michael's, and you'll place the eyelet through a tiny little hole. You don't want the hole to be too big, because then your eyelet will just fall out of the top. Just follow the instructions on your eyelet kit. And if you don't have eyelets or you just don't want to mess with it, you can always do buttonholes. And for the puffy sleeves, I measured you want around your arm plus a few inches to get some gathering, and then however long you want the puff to be. And then I took some pink ribbon and I sewed down either side of it just so it would stay on. And then I did a top stitch on the top and bottom of both pieces, only backstitching at one side of each. This way you can pull on one side and gather so the sleeve will be a little bit puffy. So go ahead and pull and gather. And using your top as a guide to how big the armhole is going to be. So how much to gather. And once you figured it out, just go ahead and gather as much on the bottom, and then repeat with the other sleeve. Now, take some shear and then measure how much farther you want your sleeve to go down by how wide your arm is. And you're going to put these right sides together and sew at the bottom of the puffy sleeve, which would be the top of the sheer sleeve, and stitch and then flip it and then top stitch so it doesn't flip under. And then I also stitched some lace at the bottom of the sleeve and then just sew it up lengthwise. Now you're going to turn it right side out and put it inside of the top, the corset top. You're going to pin it right sides together. And just carefully sew around the whole thing. Alright, once you've got your sleeves done, you're finished with the top for now. And we're going to move on to the skirt. So just make sure it will fit around your waist and then add some so you can gather. And then I took this darker purple with some patterns on it for the middle panel. And I just put it on top and then folded in the edges so it would be a nice clean edge. And then top stitched down each side. So then it's got this little panel in the middle, just like Rapunzel's dress. Then just look up some pictures, some like detail pictures of Rapunzel's dress. I found these on Pinterest. And using some fabric paint, I just kind of freehanded the designs that are on her skirt. And you'll want to let that dry completely before moving on to the next step, which is top stitching across the top of your skirt, back stitching only at one side. This way you can gather it. And you'll want to make your waistband piece, which is your waist, plus about an inch by the width you want it, times 2, because you'll fold over the waistband, if that makes sense. And you want to do this before you gather, so you can gather it to be as small as your waistband. Once it's all gathered, just put your waistband right sides together onto the top of your skirt and pin and sew all the way across. And then you'll just flip it up and then top stitch again so it doesn't flip down. And I put some lace at the bottom as well. After you do that, you're just going to fold your skirt in half. And you're going to mark how far down your zipper goes. And put a pin there, and then you're going to stitch all the way down from that marking. And then you'll just insert your zipper into the space you left, and then lace up your top, and you're done.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below. And if you'd like to see more from me, please subscribe, because that would be lovely. Yeah, I'm just really excited because it's fall and I'm really feeling the fall vibes. Got my button-down jean shirt. I've got like 4 candles going. One of them's pumpkin spice bread or something like that. I've got leaves and it just feels so cozy and I love it. So I can't wait for just, I don't know, all of fall. I just love everything about it. I'm really excited about Halloween as always. But if you guys have any questions about this video, it was a little bit more difficult than usual. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below or hit me up on social media. If you have any just comments about the video, leave them down below. If you have any requests for any future tutorials or videos in general, please go ahead and let me know in a comment or social media again. But especially if you want if you have a Halloween themed tutorial that you would like to be up before Halloween, a costume, decor, anything like that, please go ahead and let me know so I can get right on it. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited about it, so I hope you guys liked it. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!